What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So I'm kind of stuck in traffic. So I figured, hey, let's just record a video real quick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what this is. Also, there's a little bit of a addendum to yesterday's video, which was about AI and how the battle narrative, the attack narrative is AI slop, because it's micro slop and all this stuff. Slatia, Nadella, all that. And I forgot to mention that Sony, or I don't think I mentioned it, but the thing is Sony is doing a thing called Ghost Play or Ghost Mode, Ghost Player, whatever it is, where Nintendo tried this for the Switch for Super Mario Wonder, I think it was, one of their games, and basically it's baby mode. It's baby station. It's the SlopStation 5 now has a baby mode. And I'm sorry if I am repeating myself. I'm sorry if I did actually talk about this yesterday, but I wanted to kind of talk about it again a little bit more in depth, because it's kind of more than just, oh, that's a bad idea. I mean, Sony's full of bad ideas. Let's go. Hi, Concord. Worst game ever created. Worst disaster of the... Never forget Concord. Anyway, the thing is, and I think it was Phil from Seattle. Joe from Seattle. I think that's his name. I don't know. I like his channel. Go follow him. He had mentioned it, and I agree with him. And basically what he said was, AI is a very useful and powerful tool. Put in the right hands, behind the right developers, or behind the right minds to make it, to elevate it. And Sony is specifically illustrating how not to use AI. And we're not talking about, AI, there's a whole sector of AI to make money, the capitalism of AI, basically, right? But maybe that's part of what Sony is thinking. If we make our games easy, and then the casuals will buy it because it's easy to play, and then they'll buy a PlayStation, a SlopStation, instead of anything else. And I'm like, that's not how it works, A. And if I feel like Sony doesn't know what they're doing, they're just really lucky. Because everybody else, like Microsoft may mess up, right? They've messed up in the past, and Sony was quick to take advantage of the situation. But now what's happening is that attack narrative is constant. It's always happening. And you know what? I would say this: the one smart thing that Sony did do was to buy all of these media outlets so that they can control the media's narrative. They basically own the video game media, PlayStation, Sony. Not the creators, because there are creators out here like us, like me, like Joe, like WBG and everybody, that will slap these ponies back and forward through the internet, because we don't play that. No. Paris, I give Paris is an equal opportunity slapper. He slap you, don't care what color you stand behind. He's like, slap, red, blue, green, doesn't matter to me. I'm Pearl Lily. That's how he says his name for real. The S is silent. Anyway, and so like Sony doing this with PlayStation, with SlopStation, with this AI ghost mode, ghost player, and I'm like, really? The whole point of video games is it's part problem solving, it's part skill, hand-eye coordinate. It's all of these things that make us gamers. some people can't be gamers because they can't, I mean, I was about to say something that's actually inaccurate. I was gonna say they can't see. It's like, well, actually there are blind gamers. There are disabled gamers. So let me, I was wrong before I even said it, but I said it anyway because I wanted to make sure. Transparency. Anyway, so, but some people can't be gamers because they don't have the skills. Like they can play a game and they can really be bad at it. And I'm not saying that these people can't be gamers, even though I just said that. Wow, confusing. But they don't have the kind of heart to be a gamer. So you might be like, some people just don't like to play games. So that they're not gamers, right? I mean, they'll watch a football game. They might like games, or they might like game shows, or they might like, I don't know, card games, or slots. They might like the slots. They might like casino games. To each their own. But as video gamers, us, I mean, Gen X. We are the first generation. We came through. We grew up with the evolution of video games. So it was Pong, bing, boom, boom, blink, bloom. That's it, right? Oh, that's great. Video games, right? And then, all the way from Pong to the NES to the ColecoVision, NES, Atari 26. Don't want to forget that. Sega Master System, arcade games started blowing up. You're like, oh, snap, look, these arcade games, it's crazy. Right? We were there when all these technologies were happening. Right now what's happening is it's kind of a plateau with the technology. So the hardware makers are trying to figure out, how can we still make money without actually, honestly, that's a larger discussion I don't really want to get into right now because it'll make me mad. But back to the AI thing, the AI slop, the SlopStation 5 making a slop ghosty slops. Where in their mentality do they think it's a good idea to take away the agency from gamers? Where in their ideas, their think tank, would they say, hey, guess what? We're known as the movie game, Sad Dad Walker Simulators, a whole bunch of cutscenes and barely any gameplay. Why don't we make it even less gameplay? Let's do that. And they were like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go take it to Hiroki-san. And then they went and they took it. And Herman was like, well, yes, Hiroki-san, we want to, and then, AI. And he's like, Hiroki's like, is it going to make us money? And Herman was like, yeah, yes, do it. That's the Hiroki. Look, if the answer is more money, Hiroki's down. It doesn't matter what it is. Hiroki's like, is it gonna make us more money? It's probably a memo he sends out every day. Good morning, teams. I hope you had a good weekend. Today is the start of a brand new week. Is it gonna make us more money? That's all. That's your loving boss and overlord, Hiroki Totoki. P.S. Is it gonna make us more money? Anyway, so it's a bad idea. Now, people say, oh, just don't use it. Oh, turn it off or whatever. Like that. I'm like, first off, what Sony's doing is taking the money out of all of these guides and there are part of the video game industry that is outside of the actual video games is the media. Now, as much as we kind of hate the media, now, Paris, if you're listening, when I say media, I know it does include, I don't want to even consider myself media because I'm not media, but I am included in that only because I am on a platform where all these things happen, blah, 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 right? Talking heads, but I'm not media, don't claim to be, never will be, blah, 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 blah. But you, Paris, you are more so media because you have legitimized your presence in video games through hard work, years of service didn't mean to sound like that, but you and Danny and Pete, y'all been doing the thug thugs. Not so much Pete, but you know what I'm saying. He hasn't been in it for a minute, but you guys talk to the people, you do interviews, you do all these things, and we appreciate it because we otherwise wouldn't get like an actual truthful, non-biased take and information. I cannot watch these ponies, donkey unicorns, like for a better term, try to say things because it's like, okay, you're lying. I mean, Dreamcast guys, listen, I was watching, who was I? I think I was watching Siggs and Serial, right? I was watching Siggs and he was like kind of going over I guess one of Dreamcast guy's latest videos. I was like, how does this dude, he literally lied. Now, I don't, I hate saying that because these guys, especially Reforge, he always accuses people of lying if they disagree with him or if they prove him wrong or whatever, And I'm like, why? First, I mean, I'm still sub to Dreamcast guy because I subbed to him a long time ago, and generally speaking, I don't like to unsub unless they've got like gone off the deep end and they're just like a racist bigot or something. I'm like, yeah, no, we not doing that. But he's what he is, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going. I'll keep my sub there. I'm not, I don't watch his stuff or whatever. I don't give him a view. So, damn, they're coming for you. But I'm like, yo, he just straight up lies and he says these things, and we all know why he says it. Thank you once again, Paris, for showing us what he truly is. And you take him as an instance, and you just kind of extrapolate it out to all these other content creators who contradict themselves constantly. Now, I may contradict myself because I'm a dumbass. It happens. It happens. Sometimes I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But you notice, I just did it before. I was like, well, and then I stopped, and I said it anyways, just to let y'all know what I was going to say. And then I said, yeah, that's wrong. But I'm not going to just talk. Well, anyway. Back to the AI thing. Back to this game play disruption, if you will. Sorry, it's getting dark. And so PlayStation thinks it's a good idea to have this AI ghost player happen in their games. And is it a service for the players? I think it's a disservice because you're literally saying you guys suck, so we need AI to help you. And I'm like, there's so many different ways that AI can be utilized. And the first and foremost, and they did this, Epic did this, and I guess Coalition, because they helped them with the Matrix demo, the Matrix Awakens, I think that's what it was called. And it wasn't that demo per se because it didn't have it in that demo, but somebody after the fact, they took that demo, that build, and they infused AI into an NPC. That was I guess they just propagated the NPC, whatever, in a city, in the street, and they were walking around as they started talking like natural talks. I'm like, wait, well, how what? This is crazy. Hold up. So this is like that right there, like generative. That's not a word, but the Gen AI utilizing that in that way. I don't know if that's Gen AI or if that's just ML, just really good ML. It might be just really good ML. I don't think it is generative, but that using AI in that sense, in that way, is what I'm talking about. It's like, yes, I want every NPC in Grand Theft Auto 7, probably not gonna happen in 6, in 7, or patch it, do it in 6, and so you can go up to any one of them, you got your mic on, like, yo, what's up, son? And then you be like, yo, how you doing, kid? You know what I'm saying? It's just like natural. That would be, you can sit there. Okay, first, imagine this for the content creators out there. Imagine this for all the streamers out there, they can be like, yeah, we're going to just go and walk to the store, Grand Theft Auto, and just have conversations with strangers. Or maybe not a stranger, maybe it's your neighbor. You just be like, yo, what's up, son? Blah, blah, blah. And if it's not a story element, it's just, that's your neighbor, you talk to them. And the cool thing is, they can set it up so that, okay, this is AI number 29,000 or whatever. I don't think it's 29,000. AI number 56 lives right next to you, right? Wherever you are in the game. And it remembers your conversations, and maybe it's like a couple of prompts or whatever that it has to kind of collect and remember. And yes, it's going to take up some memory if you do this, but still, it's like, that's cool. That, like, just the idea of having AI NPCs that remember conversations and do all this instead of some canned talking animation routine that's like, why even? I mean, I understand you're trying to make it look like there are people in this world, but they're not really that, and that's one of the main problems that these open world games are having, is that it's fake. I mean, it's all fake, it's all games, but it's having an AI population that I mean, that game would be huge if it had, because I'm just like thinking it through, like if each AI NPC had its own unique personality, then all of those things needs to be, it's data, so it has to be saved somewhere. I mean, they could pull it from the cloud, but if you run it locally, it would be ridiculous. That game would be so huge. How many gigs of data would that be for just the AI NPCs in a giant, 5,000 NPCs? I don't know how many NPCs are actually in a Grand Theft Auto. Would it be like, I don't know. That's a good question. That's something I would like to ask and answer. But anyway, AI can be used in so many better ways. I mean, look, these devs, they're using it for code, for basic code, for like, oh, I need a double, I need shotgun physics I need the camera placement for anything that's just like routine and easy and just goofy. It's like, yeah, we've done this a million times. Instead of just cutting and pasting the code, let's just do it in this prompt, so that it, maybe they upgraded the engine so that just cutting and pasting from a previous code base wouldn't work. It would break things. So they can say, well, this AI is such that we can prompt stuff. I have to merge. We can prompt the AI to do the things that we used to do real easy, but we can't do it easy because, like I said, the engine changed and it's breaking things. But now it's not breaking it, because the AI will do the prompt in the new engine, and this is for the new engine, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of something like that. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But like I said, there's so many different ways to use AI for good. Whoa, accident. And I'm like, Sony comes up with this. I mean, they already, like I said in the last video, they already admitted that they're going to use AI for just making it easier for devs to make games, making it cheaper to make games, making the games, the game development process faster so that they can put out more games, blah, blah, blah. But now, why would they do this? It makes little sense. It makes no sense. It's so dumb. And that's what's to be expected from PlayStation. They fell off so hard this generation. They were coasting from PlayStation 4. They're still coasting because they got no games. They released 2 games last year. That's it. And one was the show. And I mean, people play that show. People play it because it's the only baseball game, literally. But not me. I'm like, yeah, you keep that. And then the other game goes to Woke or Yote or whatever you want to call it. People call it woke. I was watching I think it was Sigs. He was watching MBG, and MBG literally banned some dude in his chat because he kept saying like Ghost of Yote and all this stuff is woke. And he's like, and he was crying about it and stuff. I was like, what is wrong with why is MBG such a whatever? Like, what, can't you just let your chat be funny and stuff? And that's the thing. He was funny. He's a funny guy. The guy who he banned. But yeah. But anyway, I appreciate it. I gotta put some gas in. Homegirl, Traily Belly, she's thirsty. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about freaking Romper Room, Hold Your Hand AI, SlopStation 5, giving you probably SlopStation 6, honestly, giving you AI help, ghost mode, ghost player, whatever they call it. It's so dumb. But this is where we are. But anyway, I appreciate. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. 2, 3.